and we will try to avoid,
Yeah.
is that people are giving up to the machine in a way which means that they're being more efficient, they're
Yeah.
getting more done, but they're
Yeah.
not really thinking about what they're doing. They're
Right.
just letting the machine do the
Right.
thinking for them.
Right.
And then you kind of get this double whammy in that scenario where people are actually, what's going to happen if they can get more done more quickly? They're just going to get more work to do.
Yeah.
So then
Yeah.
you got more work to do.
Yeah.
You're actually working just as hard, if not potentially harder.
Yeah.
And at the same time, you're atrophying your brain because you're not
Right.
using it in the way that you used to have to use it because there's this thing that can do it for you.
Right.
But there's responsibility for the organization, the company,
Yeah.
to recognize that that isn't good for them either. That in the end, that is just a zero-sum game.
Right.
Talented people who atrophy on your watch
Yeah.
is
It's
not a good
look. It's not a good look.
And if that happens a lot, then
Yeah.
you're not reputation damaging
Yeah.
and culture
Not a
damage is
strategy. Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
So there's certainly, reasons why companies shouldn't allow this to happen, even if there is some kind of weird short-term upside benefit of productivity gain.
Right.
But also on the individual side, people can't just go, well, like we said in another episode, it's the end of the world, and therefore, what's the point of trying? Or, well, this thing's just going to do all the work for me, so I don't really kind of need to participate. It's just going to happen. I don't think we can allow it to just happen to us.
No.
And equally, we don't want. I don't think society wants AI to happen to us and dictate terms and be in control.
Right.
As much as possible, we need to take control of it and make it useful
Right.
to
Right.
us.
Yeah, and that's interesting. And then that then comes back to individual responsibility, which, as we know, is a very interesting thing insofar as, the capacity that different individuals have for, thinking in that way and taking the long-term approach rather than the short-term approach. But it's interesting. It makes me just start back to something that we were sort of touching on in the abdication versus assistance thing, which is that doesn't know its own limits a lot of the time, insofar as it will tell you it can do something, even if it does it badly or does it wrong. And that is really problematic, particularly when, as you say, like the more you kind of multitasking and getting Claude to take care of that for you whilst you're doing this over here, and you're not thinking it through yourself, the more, you're going to go, hey, can you do this for me? We're like, yep, sure, absolutely. This is a perfect, version, when actually it's not. And it's going to cause problems.
Yeah. I think that's true. The risk of less good quality work going out the door because you spend less time thinking about the work itself.
Yeah.
I think that's a real risk. On the flip side, I think, and maybe we've gone off a little bit off topic here, but maybe on the flip side, well, I think that's about judgment, right? That's that is about what does good look like.
Yeah.
And humans are better placed than the machine. I spent hours asking the machine to tell me what it thinks is the best thing. In these two scenarios, or 5 scenarios, what do you think is the best solution? And it, at least 50% of the time, it would tell me something that I don't agree with.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, it isn't human.
No.
It hasn't got the skills that we've got and the knowledge that we've got, and the experiences that we have. So,
but it will also say, not just like, well, I think this. It will just say, Matthew, categorically, this is a game changer.
it will reinforce itself and reinforce its ideas onto you and tell you that you're both brilliant for your thinking, but also it will steer you in a way that it, for whatever reason, it thinks is better.